What's going on? This is your boy Talk with AJ, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, man, I want to talk to y'all, and I want to tell y'all something that's on my mind, and just a little information for y'all. Do not, I repeat, do not answer any questions that anybody come up to you and ask you about your personal life, about anything pertaining to what your plans are, and etc. Um, okay, so frequently I get questions asked and I never answer, or I'll just flat out lie. Um, when someone's asking you questions like that, it's almost like these people they feel like they can just walk up to you and ask you weird questions that like they know you, and it's very strange. Um, I've had people ask me, where am I about to go? I don't know you from a can of fucking paint. I'm not telling you shit. You know what I'm saying? I've had people ask me what's my plans, for my life and stuff like that. And it's just, I just think it's very strange, what I'm saying, that people kind of ask questions like that. I think it's weird, but I feel like we're in this world where, in this society where a lot of people are just very, very, very nosy. And when you're being gang stalked, people are extra nosy. Um, I honestly just don't recommend you answering any questions. I don't care if it's a person of the opposite sex or the same sex. Don't answer any questions. I don't care who it is. Um, People nowadays, you got to be very mindful of why they're asking these questions. What's their plan, for asking these questions? Are they asking on behalf of others, or are they asking, you know, because they genuinely care and want to know? Um, I don't even, to be honest with you, when somebody asks me that question, I don't even care if I know them personally. I still don't answer it. Um, I don't tell people my future plans because I want to actually work on my future plans, and focus on my future plans and actually lock in on them versus telling people who may not have the best intentions for you and may try to sabotage you and your plans. So, yeah, you have to really be mindful of who you divulge information with while you're being gang stalked, because you'll notice that, like, even if you're going to like a job interview, or you maybe just doing something that can be beneficial to your life, just don't tell them anything. I don't care if you want to get your oil changed. Don't even tell them you're going to get your oil changed. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. I just wouldn't talk to people like about anything that I got going. I'd rather not talk to people and tell them, divulge any information, because a lot of people in this world today, they really don't have your best interest. And that's kind of like when I do go get maintenance stuff done to my cars. I tend to always try to make sure that I go somewhere that's more like, how do I say this? That's more intimate. Not on no romantic stuff, but like a mom and pop business, you know what I'm saying? Like places like that where I know that there's like limited people and stuff like that. And hell, sometimes I'll do like a mobile mechanic, or I'll just go do stuff myself, you know what I'm saying? Um but in today's society, you got to really be your own best friend, because um it's hard to trust anybody. Um Whether you're gang stalked or not, but especially when you're gang stalked, because a lot of people will come in your life and their whole intention is to just solely get information out of you, and to build a relationship with you that's based on trust, so that way you can open up to them. And they feel, and a lot of people, and I'll say this, because when you're being gang stalked, you feel like you, because you don't have a lot of people around you. Once somebody come around you, and you get, and they falsely, you get a false sense of security around them, you're willing to open up and give information to them, because they don't you're not used to it. You're not used to somebody being trustworthy. Whether that's the honey pot, the honey trap, or just a friend that you can confide in. But while you're confiding in them, the whole time they're feeding the information to handlers and people that, you know what I'm saying, that want to know that information, and then maybe they find it useful. So like, you got to really be mindful and careful about the people, that the company that you keep, you know, when you're a TI. um See, me, I don't really keep too much company. um and I kind of watch the company I do keep, especially if, let's say, if you're a TI and you got younger, smaller children, and maybe you have a significant other. um be mindful about, because there's a lot of what you call indoctrination going on, where a lot of parents in this world are using their kids to do things to people because the kids are quote unquote innocent. They're innocent, you know what I'm saying, or supposed to be innocent, and they'll use their kids to do their bidding. So, and you got to really be careful about that. It's a lot of indoctrination going on in this world, and that's why a lot of our future generations, the children and the people that are younger than us, that's why they're cooked. That's why the world is in the shape it is now. You see a lot of young people out here doing stuff that when we were young we weren't doing, or even came close to thinking about doing. And that's because these parents aren't parents anymore. Most of these parents aren't parents anymore. So you got to really be careful about who you divulge anything with, nowadays. um I have a lot of trust issues, and a lot of it's is justified because before I officially knew I was being gang stalked, I I went through a lot with my family, um friends, and it just made me, it kind of got me prepared for what I was eventually going to go through. And that's why I'm able to handle being gang stalked with such grace and a positive mind, because I saw people for who they were prior to all this stuff starting. And me being almost 14 or 13 years in, I really me being kind of to myself, um kind of helped me learn, how to cope with it in a more healthy way, because I'm able to learn. I learned to love myself and and love my privacy better, you know. So I didn't, looking at this thing, yeah, I may have gave a reaction or two over the years, and I think a lot of that had to do with me being in the confusion stage, not really understanding what I was dealing with, within the first 2 years. Um, but I think over the last 10 years, it's just been me, like, just taking people for who they are. When they show who they are, I know who and who not to even associate with, and I just quit, and I break ties right then and there. Um, Once you show me who you are, I don't give you chances. You're done. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not gonna continue to, allow you in my circle, in my presence. I'm going to set boundaries, and I think that's what a lot of target individuals need to do. You need to set boundaries. Have boundaries, bro, because no matter how they feel about you, talk about you, and this, that, and the third, you're human as well. So you're allowed to have boundaries and have self respect and self love, and you're afforded the rights as a human, even though they try to make it seem like you're not a human to a lot of people, but you're a human being, So learn how to love yourself and appreciate yourself and do for yourself, and you'll be okay, man. You'll thrive and you'll be okay in this world. But understand that you got a life to live too, and don't let nobody infiltrate your progress and impede your progress. When you have plans and you want to do something with your life, and you know what I'm saying, I want just keep it to yourself, focus on yourself, and lock in and get it done. Because talking about it ain't gonna do it. You got to actually do it. And even when you do it, you still don't have to talk about it. You could just keep it to yourself and just lock in on, keeping up the momentum, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be that show offy person and stuff like that. It's okay to just keep stuff to yourself. I understand we're in a generation where people like to show off everything they have online, which I don't understand. I mean, a lot of people don't want to see you win. So, but like I said, a lot of what I went through in the past just kind of prepared me for what I'm dealing with now. And once I learned how to, once was younger and I learned how to, be alone and stuff like that, it kind of got me to the point where I'm just like, man, I can do this. I can handle this, and I'm gonna get through this, regardless. So, but yeah, once again, don't let nobody in the end, you know what I'm saying, too close, and don't tell them everything you got going on. Don't answer any questions. Don't do anything. If they want to know something personal about you, you don't have to answer any questions. You're not required to answer any fucking questions. Even when you're on the job, your coworkers, your boss, don't answer any questions, bro. You're not there to answer any personal questions. You're there to work and go home. You're there to do your job and go home. That's it. No small talk. Go to conduct the business. Go home. That's simple. But anyways, this is your boy Gangstalk Talk with AJ. Um, I've been MIA for a minute, but I think I uploaded a video 2 or 3 days ago, but I've been kind of slow on the uploads lately, but I appreciate everybody who's subscribing, tapping into the channel. I did upload my haircut tutorial Friday. But I did upload that. But other than that, it's your boy Gangstalk Talk with AJ. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. And y'all be blessed out here, be safe, and keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? And stay strong, because only the strongest will survive, and there's nothing that you're not built to handle, T.I. If you weren't built to handle it, then you wouldn't be going through it. You wouldn't be with us today. There were some people who succumbed to, this program. But if you're watching this video, you're still here. Keep it up, man. Stay strong and keep up the good work. But y'all be blessed out here, and lock in on your goals. New Year coming up. Make a list of your goals and lock in on knocking them out. You're never too old to make a change. You're never too old to improve. As long as you wake up in the morning, yeah, that's a new opportunity to improve. No matter how old you are, how young you are. Be blessed, y'all. Y'all be safe and keep your head up. I'm gone. Peace.